I tried so hard. I tried so hard not to go off about the Samjok. I even ran it for like a week and a half straight. But I cannot lie, I am done with this thing already. If I'm being completely honest, I don't actually know what this video I'm gonna rant about. I don't know whether it's the bot's design being awful, whether it's hackers that are just hacking the game, or the fact that the Condor, Ducks, and all those robots that supposedly got nerfed are still overpowered. So, when the Samjok first came out, I got a free one from the creator program. I leveled it up, did my regular video on it, and I hated it. A lot of it was because the playstyle didn't match me. You basically hide in phase shift for the entirety of you using the robot. You can't get beacons or anything like that. I'm going to get into that more, but yeah, I even gave this thing another chance when I leveled a second one that I won for free from free data pads from the creator program. So now I have 2 of them, and I don't run either. So the idea with the Samjok is you're meant to just camp in phase shift the entire game, and when you find a really weak target, unload the brand new shotguns into them. Somehow, these new shotguns that are overpowered suck on the actual Samjok itself, so I don't know how that's the case, but it is. Also, this thing has literally barely any health, so it dies if a Condor sneezes at it, or any other robot for that matter. It's probably one of the worst designed robots I think I've ever seen. I don't know what Pixonic were thinking when they added it. It is just not built to cope in any situation that I've ever needed a robot to be used for in the entirety of the game. So, obviously, I ended up ditching both of these things from my hangar because they just sucked. They didn't match the playstyle, and that was the end of that. Then, I started noticing other players' Samjoks who were somehow invincible the entire game. Take a look at this clip. Somehow, these guys can shoot half their weapons in phase shift. And no, this guy wasn't charged up or anything because the Samjok has no nuclear amplifiers. This is where the problems that I face start, where I don't know if these guys are hackers, because this guy's weapons were literally lower leveled than mine, and they still did somehow more damage. How? And then we get the average Samjoks that I face, more so this STF player from a well-known hacking clan. The Samjok's meant to have a 3-second cooldown when it comes out of his ability, yet this guy always has his ability whenever he wants. Now, this isn't the foolhardy quartermaster or whatever it's called because he's below half health. It isn't phase shift because that has like a 20-second cooldown. He's either hacking or I'm missing something with my Samjok. Whenever I use mine and come out of the ability, I have to wait 3 seconds. So is there a pilot skill that removes that or something? Because for me, every time I exit my ability, I'm forced to be out of phase shift for 3 seconds. So either every other person with a Samjok is hacking or I'm missing something. And don't even get me started on those players that use lag hacks whenever you fire at their Samjok, like this guy. So what happened there? As soon as I shoot at him, I'm lagging and he's suddenly in phase shift. This happened multiple times in the game with this guy. And I also couldn't use my ability on him in a second. So right now I'm using the ability and it's not doing anything. And look at that lag whenever I fire at him. But then, yeah, I literally ditched because I knew he was hacking. What else can you expect from the Ita clan, honestly? But genuinely, it would make sense that people are hacking while using these because they aren't strong enough to take on the older meta. However, there is some times where they can just delete you whatever you're in. This guy gets my Devourer to half health. How is that even possible? And then shortly afterwards, he ends up killing me. Yet whenever I do that with my Samjok, I can't do anything. In this clip, I try and do the same thing that that guy just did to me with my Samjok. So I'm in phase shift, I'm waiting out his link ability, and he ends up going back into stealth, and I shoot at him. So pay attention to the health that he's at. Right there, and now he's in stealth. So I do what that guy just did to me when I was in stealth, and I go forward and hit him with my entire clip. Yet somehow, when he comes out of stealth, he's barely taken any damage. So how can my weapons do nothing to him, but whenever someone runs a Samjok against me, their weapons do maximum damage? Now, the thing is, it would make sense for the people that use them like that to be hacking, because all 3 of the people from those clips that I just showed are from hacking clans. And another thing that I want to mention is that these aren't even meta. You can tell this from the Legend League players who don't even have them in their hangar. Although I think it's pretty obvious why this guy's in Legend League, so ignore him. The reason that not many Legend League players run them, see no one runs it, is because it's awful, and it's only good when you use hacks with it, clearly. I know a lot of Legend League players do hack, but if I pick out, see this guy's sus, what a surprise, he has one. I just saw as well that Zen guy who's really sus. I can't forget, where is he? This number 9 guy. This guy come up all the time. Something tells me he'll have one. What a surprise. It's always the sus players that seem to run them. To me, it just seems like they fit in so well with the subtle hacks, the Samjok, because that ability is so much better when you have it infinitely. Now, I know there's going to be those players who are like, oh, Wolf, you're just complaining because the Samjok's balanced and you're used to overpowered meta things. Nope, the truth is, the Samjok needed to be something that could kill the epidemic of Duxes and Condors that we had in Champion League, which was supposedly nerfed in the last update. Which is the same story with the Bjorn Titan, which we need to be able to fight the Devourers and Maulers that are overpowered in Champion League, but that can't either because it's too weak. Another thing that people fail to mention is that only the Kirin and Gangle weapons work on it. No other weapons suit the Samjok at all. I've come up against a few testing other weapons, the Glacier and Rhyme build I've seen. It can't even fire any rockets before you insta-kill it, so those weapons don't work. I've even seen people running the Ultimate Glory and Halo on it, and they don't even do damage quick enough before the Samjok is insta-kills. And that's if they're at full health. If the Samjok is at less than half health, you can't even engage when you come out of your ability. You will die that fast. Even if you have maxed out Titan weapons on there, you can't come out of phase shift quick enough to kill a target if you're only at like 3,000 health. It doesn't even fit into any specific role. It's not a beacon runner because you can't run beacons when you're in phase shift. It's just not practical. It's definitely not good as a tank because if you're fighting someone one-on-one for more than 3 seconds, you're dead. Even if you use it as an assassin robot, it's still useless because as soon as you get under half health, as soon as you're out of phase shift, anything can kill you. This thing cannot compete against bots like the Dux and Condor that can heal back to full health every ability. Which I guess just goes to show how broken that mechanic even is at all. Anyway, a lot of people say the turret on this thing is strong. I personally don't think so. And also, can we talk about how ugly it is? This is one of the most, like, the least aesthetically pleasing robots I've ever seen. It doesn't even look like a robot. Okay guys, so I hope that rant sums up my views about why I think the Samjok is just an awful design for a robot. I'm going to link to what I said back at the start. I might just hate the stupid players that are subtle hacking even more than this from the hacker clans, but the Samjok being as squishy as it is doesn't help itself. I think either if they'd built it to have a better role or just nerfed the Dux and Condor properly, it would be a much better robot. Or if they'd have changed the ability somewhat to make it more fun to play, I think I would have liked it better. But for me, 90% of it is just sitting in phase shift, being terrified every time you come out of your ability, hoping you don't get one-shotted. So, I'm very eager for you guys to share your thoughts on the Samjok below in the comments. I know plenty of you have done so before, but it would be interesting to see if the views have changed. But for now, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.